Welcome to the Writer's Life, a place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, where you get the truth. Unlike the mainstream media, this is where you get the truth. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so, please. Smash that like button and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on a single super exciting video. I'm getting there with the beard. By the time I get to Turkey, they will inevitably say, but you are Arabian, which has happened to me many times in Middle Eastern countries and in Africa and places like that. But anyway, that ain't what this is about. So I thought I would spend the week talking a little bit about the traditional versus independent publishing. As we know, I do both. And I go back to this subject frequently because so many people are so confused about how they should publish a book or whatever. And remember, in this day and age, it's not if your book will be published, it's when it's going to be published and how. Today we're going to talk about contracts. Okay, you have to understand that when I sign... When I hand a book over traditionally to like Down and Out or Ocean View or Polis or Thomas and Mercer or Delacorte, any one of those publishers, I'll be signing a contract, and the contract is going to lock in the rights to that book and all the subsidiary rights, foreign rights, movie rights, gaming rights, you name it. Anywhere from like 7 years to forever. So you got to be willing to do that. And some of these contracts are so piss poor that, like say you sell the Spanish rights, by the time the profits trickle down to you, the author, it's like not even worth it. You know, that's happened to me too before in the past. In fact, I've never seen a dime from my foreign rights. It's not a dime. Be that as it may. And this is why, you know, even though I publish traditionally, I wouldn't be making a living without publishing independently as well. So that's why, you know, that's why I'm a hybrid author. But what you have to do is you got to try to negotiate the best terms possible with these contracts, and that's one of the reasons why I use Down and Out Books for so many of the Dick Moonlight PI thriller books, because they give me like a really overly fair contract. And like I said, I put out so much work that I couldn't possibly handle it all under the Bear Media label. I just couldn't do it unless I had an office full of people. And in a sense, I considered like Down and Out Books and some of my other publishers really like employees almost. You know what I mean? They'll, so long as it's good, they'll publish anything I give them. And you know, it's either that or I gotta put people on the payroll and pay them. So that's the way I look at it. And for that reason, it's worth locking up the rights to a few particular intellectual properties. I hope this isn't too dry, but contracts are, you know, people. So many newbie writers out there are like, I just have this dream of, you know, my new book, my first book, you know, being sold in a huge book deal, you know, and big auction in New York or whatever. And I've had that, you know, it was my first book, and it's just a big dream come true, and they'll wait for it for years and years and years and years, and then it comes and they get the money and they blow the money and the book doesn't do well and they're done. So anyway, contracts, you got to pay attention to contracts. Most agents will go over your contract for you and read it line by line and alert you to any red flags. But you can also do something else. You don't necessarily need an agent for that. A good copyright lawyer would also probably do even a better job with that. And if there's one thing you should negotiate with this traditional contract, it's this, and I'll let you go. Try to lock it. Try to make sure that your book rights aren't locked up for more than 7 years. If you can do 5 years, even better. If you can do 3 years, even better. I think my books with Down and Out are like 5 years. I think the books with Thomas and Mercer were 7 years, and I've gotten some of those back. I've gotten a few back from Polis. They're all pretty good about it, for the most part. I mean, there's this big myth that like you're never ever going to get your rights back to your books, and that's not true. I've never really had that much trouble getting my rights back, and even I didn't have any trouble getting the rights back to my like mega bestseller, The Remains. I thought like I'll ask for it, but they won't give it back. But they did. They were like, yeah, no problem. We did well with this book, and now go forth and make hay, whatever. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Hope you have a great Sunday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao for now.